Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back at it once again. I am the Savage of Wall Street coming live. Yes, once again, we are here because, hey, nothing exceeds like excess, baby. Just wanted to come in and touch base because I see that some of our favorites are, in fact, mooning after hours, and I'm trying to make sure that people are, in fact, ready for tomorrow. Price action may be a little nuts. What do we do? How do we prepare? And how do we make money? How do we stay flexible? And how do we make the most out of Triple Witching Day? Welcome once again. I am the Savage of Wall Street, here to let you know that I am, in fact, going live and wanted to touch base with the gang so that we are prepared for tomorrow, Triple Witching Hour. All right. How do we do? What is Triple Witching Hour and all that jazz, right? I have a half an hour to kill. I figured, hey, I'm going to go on. I see that some of our favorites are, in fact, still mooning, and a little one of these little crazy stocks, extremely volatile one that you guys know that I'm trading. However, I want to go in because I want to caution people. I've gotten a couple of messages on the Discord, right, from people because after hours this stock is up 20%, and they're asking me how do we play this, right? Like it's kind of crazy. It was down a lot massively today, and now it's up massively after hours, and I need to give you guys some words, and I gotta give you a couple of words of caution, right? I have to make sure you guys are not going in head first into a situation you may not understand. I want you to keep your money. I am not here so that you guys lose money. I'm here to make sure that you make money and you keep it. I'm the Savage of Wall Street. My fellow simpletons and degenerates, good afternoon. How are you guys doing? Once again, here we are. I wanted to come in and let you guys know that ASST is mooning after hours. It's up like 21%, right? And it seems like it just wants to keep going. Something's going on. We don't know, but I want to caution you guys because a couple of people were like, is this time to jump in? Listen, this stock is highly volatile, all right? Thread very lightly. Things like that happen when there's either going to be extremely good news or really bad news. This is the equivalent of a lottery ticket, okay? I am not advising, this is not financial advice, and I do not advise anyone to get into this stock if you're not willing to lose at all, right? It's a highly risky play, and, there's a high risk, high reward type of thing. But anyways, ASST is the ticker. It is up like 22% overnight right now, and it's just mooning. It's like in the last half an hour, it's just mooning. Moneymaker Juan is in the house saying LFG. Let's freaking go, my friend. Jay Gill in the house. Jeff S is in the house saying good morning and good evening, Savage. Walter Young is here. Charlie C2 is here. Let's go and let's rock it. That's right. You know what? I don't like my camera. I kind of want it a little lower. I want to see if it's if that works. Yeah, much better. All right, Savage, he's back. I was just finishing listening to your show from this morning. Good timing. Kent's mom is in house. Kent's mom, a true Savage herself. Yes, I love it. The Savage stocks are indeed treating us very well these last few days. You know why? Because we went in when there was close to 52-week lows, right? And we were coming in through cash secure puts. So we're making money when we're coming in. We're taking 10, 15, 20% off of the top because we're going out a month, maybe two out when we write the cash secure puts. And then we're bringing in, cash. So we sometimes buy the stock where it is, or we wait a little bit and buy stock and nibble, right? Either way, now that the stocks are going up, those cash secure puts are shrinking really fast, right? And because we're doing Octobers and Novembers, the more the time advances, the less those are worth, those cash secure puts. And if you're into the stock, guess what? Your stock is going up. Great. Um, so again, Strive Incorporated changed their name, right? Because they merged, and they are the ticker is still ASST. Um, Something's going on after hours. I'm guessing it's probably some good news. They're going to become a Bitcoin treasury, right? And it's a stock that is in a way being kind of, I don't want to say created. It's the merger has to do and the acquisition has to do with him. Vivek Ramaswamy, who's a Republican that ran for president, and he was one of the founders of Doge with Elon, right? And so anyway, so he's this is a company based out of Texas. They're becoming a Bitcoin treasury. They're kind of diverting their resources um, from being involved with like TikTok and um, and Discord and whatnot, and now they're kind of switching a lot of that business over to their Bitcoin treasury that they're trying to become. And so, anyways, this guy gives a lot of money to Republicans, and this is a company based out of Texas. There's no reason why, at least I don't see any reason why this merger should not go through, since this guy gives massive amounts of money to Republicans, and this is a company based out of Texas. And if they make a lot of money, that means that there's probably a lot of Republicans that are investing in the company in one way or another. And whether we want to accept it or not, there's a lot of insider trading. I hate to say it, but I mean, that's the way it seems, at least when it comes to our politics. And these guys put their money, in companies that they see have a future, right? So I think this company has a future. Now, that being said, highly volatile stock. Like I said, this is a high risk, high reward type of situation. I don't advise anyone going in with their hard earned money. Okay, if you're going to take and dip your toes into ASST, I suggest you do so via cash secure put more than anything. The $5 cash secure puts that are expiring in October 19th, I believe, 17th or 19th. Those are, you can get like around $330 to $350 for those. So you put in $5, which is $500 because it's a block of 100, right? And they're gonna give you $330 to $350 back. There it is, pretty sweet, right? Well, okay, this is the deal. This is a stock that at some point, in the year was worth 33 cents. And it went up to like 13.42. Now it's down in the fours. It was down like a 3 something this morning. And so, anyways, it was just $9 the other day. So, there's a lot at play here. I know that one of the founders did make a big sale. I think when it was like $9-10, and then he took a lot of money. People figured, oh my God, he's selling, he's taking his money. He's going to let everyone hold the bag. But I think he was just taking profit in a way. Also for tax purposes, people like to raise money, right? It's around that time. So anyways, again, you could do with that information whatever you want. Now, the guy did buy a lot of stock as well. The last few transactions have been nothing but bullish because the insiders are just buying. Oh, that's a good sign. And then he sold a lot because we don't know. I don't know the guy. One can infer, right? So, like I said, $5 cash secure put anywhere from $330 to $350, right? It's the best way to get into it if you want to play. And then you're basically risking 150, 100, $60. Could moon, right? In on February. I mean, in October, this company could be worth $450. It could be $950. If it's $950, you're gonna get back your $500, and you just make $340, $350, just like that. In a month, in less than, right? You do 2, 3, 4 of those. You do the math. Now, again, highly volatile. It could be also $1. It could be $2 in February, in which case you're gonna get the shares. You can hold and see what happens, or you can sell right then and there and then bring in, $200, $210, $250, combine it with the $350 you got, right? $250 and $350 is $600. You risked $500 at the beginning. You made $600. You made $100. 20% return. Not terrible. Okay, these are best case scenarios. Worst case scenario, it goes back to 50 cents, 60 cents. You're out like, I don't know, 80 cents, so it's $80. You're out 70 bucks. You could be down 500 bucks. Well, it could happen, right? If it goes to zero, you're down 150 really because you got 350, 340, whatever. But again, just so you guys know, I don't want you guys to get all excited and say, here's the money, because this has happened before. I've been around, and these actually were great companies. There's a bank that was called Federal Republic Bank, and it was based out of San Francisco. Extremely amazing, great bank. There was a bank run. You guys remember the Silicon Valley Bank fiasco? Well, contagion hit that bank. That bank did nothing wrong. People just took their money out to the point where it was insolvent. Chase came in, took it over. The bank went away. The stock went from $150 to nothing. It happens, my friends. It happens. So it happens to the best of them. Sometimes great stocks are terrible companies, and sometimes great companies are terrible stocks. Nobody knows why the stock market does this. We don't know what's going to happen. The stock market could be green tomorrow. It could be red. It could be go up, down. It could go in circle. We don't know. But what can we do is prepare the best we can with the information we have. All right. What else do we got here, my friends? So Ken's mom is in the house. News. New all-time highs on SoFi in my account, says Charlie C2. That's what's up. Ray Sherlock saying Savage bringing the energy. Andres de la Torre saying hi, Savage. Susan Shops is in the house. Susan, what is up? I got your message. I kind of returned your message and I let you know the deal, right? So it's all good. No big deal. You get the reason why. Let's keep it between us, though. But, just I wanted you to be aware of the history there. And so, anyways, you did mention how things kind of, will flow. I do have a channel, which is, it gives me a device in which to kind of, raise awareness and such, which I think if it was something cool and it was something that I knew for a fact was going to be positive, I think I'd be all for it. But, Tiff let you know the deal, right? And everybody else. So, it is what it is. We're keeping it moving. Just so you know, guys, I'm thinking I got a couple of emails from people saying that they've made, $500, $1,000, $6,000, whatever. And they said, hey man, I'd like to give you $50, $40, whatever. And I'm thinking about it. I was gonna talk to my wife about it and see where she stands. I've at this point, I think I've met the threshold where I can have a super chat. I just, I don't know if I want to open it. I don't know if I want to go through PayPal or just super chat. I don't know, but it would be cool. Again, we've been talking about, putting stuff in the back, some stickers, maybe getting a nicer camera or something. And I don't know, guys. We'll see. I appreciate the love. I like to know that you guys are making money. That's the whole point. I want you guys to make millions of dollars. $1 million. That's what I want 100 people on this channel to make. That's the goal. I want to hear that you guys are doing great. I want to hear you guys are taking trips. Someone is going to go to, I believe Juan is going to go to, or is in Spain today. He's traveling. So he let us know when he gets to Spain. He's going to be trading over there. And he just made, I think, $3,000 like yesterday morning. And he was all excited. And I said, dude, now you made $3,000, $2,000, something like that. And you're basically financing that trip right now with gambler money. That's how we do it, So anyways, what is so yeah, I wanted to share this with you guys. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Want to make sure you guys are seeing it. I see you guys are seeing it. Can you guys see it? Yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. Yeah. All right. So here we go. ASST. We recently published 10 big names investors are dumping. This was, I believe, yesterday, Thursday. No, that's today. It was in the morning, and it's basically letting us know why Strive uh, extended losses dropped 17.86% yesterday, right? And so this is why I'm telling you guys thread lightly. But there's nothing wrong with take a chance. There's nothing wrong with taking a chance. Sometimes if you don't take a chance, you're never really good. But take a smart chance, meaning create some premium, and out of the premium is when you take the $500 I told you guys about and go into this company via cash secure put, so you could get $350, $340 back. So you're risking literally $160 of premium money. Remember that. So you stand to gain 500. Yeah, maybe more. It all depends. So anyways, we recently published 10 big names that investors are dumping. Strive Incorporated, SST, is one of the worst performers on Wednesday. Strive Incorporated, formerly known as Asset Entities, fell for a fourth consecutive day on Wednesday, dropping 17.86% to close at 368 apiece, as investors continue to book profits amid last week's steep surge, which can be attributed to a $1.5 billion Bitcoin strategy. Strive Incorporated is a newly formed company as a result of the merger between Asset Entities and Strive Enterprises. In conjunction with the merger, the company has finalized equity financing amount to $750 million, with an additional $750 million potentially available upon the exercise of warrants issued in connection with such financing. There we go, warrants. On Monday, Strive Incorporated announced leadership changes, with Matt Cole now taking the chairman position and chief executive positions of the company. Ben Pham also took on the chief financial officer position, while Asset Entity's former CEO, Arsha Shekskani, took the role of the chief marketing officer. Now, Shekskani was the one that actually sold a lot of stock. I think the guy was just basically raising funds. He brought this company from nothingness to, $12 a share, and he just took profit. A lot of people have been taking profit. Our board and executive teams have world-class expertise in Bitcoin treasury management, capital markets, policy, and governance. We have quickly developed a strong working chemistry that is rare, and I believe will drive substantial shareholder value. We intentionally put together this team to enable Strive to lead with an unwavering focus on Bitcoin accumulation, strategic decision-making, and fiduciary duty in service of our mission to increase Bitcoin per share and outperform Bitcoin over the long run, Cole said. While we acknowledge the potential of as an investment, our conviction lies in the belief that some AI stocks hold greater promise for delivering higher returns and have limited downside risk. If you are looking for an extremely cheap AI stock that is also a major beneficiary of Trump tariffs and onshoring, see our free report on the best short-term AI stocks and so on and so forth. This is on Yahoo Finance. You guys could watch this and read it on your own. And so, yeah, I wanted to let you guys, kind of see what the company's about a little bit, right? And to not get caught off guard and not, see the next shiny object and kind of go, all in on some shit that, may be a little risky. So I say, look, if you go in through a cash secure put, right, and it's $500 you created today selling covered calls, it's already premium money. Nothing wrong with going in and taking a little bit of a more cavalier approach. That's how you make money. That's how you grow your portfolio. You take chances where everyone else is scared to do so, right? When everyone else is scared, be greedy. When everyone else is greedy, be careful. That's just the way it goes. All right. Warren Buffett knows this. And I know this, and I know this. You should know this. So we're just taking advantage of what the market is giving us, right? This extremely huge premium right now that you can take, but you have to be careful on your approach. That's what I'm saying, right? Nobody's telling you not to invest. Nobody's telling you don't invest here. Just be smart on how you invest and mitigate your risk. That's how you're best able and best positioned to, add to your portfolio and to bring in profits. It's easy. It's easier, right? than just taking your hard-earned money and saying, I'm putting $500 of my paycheck here. That would hurt because it's hard-earned money. It's already been taxed. I don't want you to lose it, right? So if you went in through premiums, that's a different ballgame, right? And now you're going in through cash secure put. You're realistically you're putting 150 bucks on the line, 160 bucks on the line. A lot more bearable than 500, right? All right, here we go. Here we go. Hi, Savages Andres de la Torre saying. Susan Shops is saying yes. Dude is saying, what is up? Not much, brother. Just here. What is up, Savage? Late, but here. It's all good, Austin. It's all good. We're just, we're over here just licking our chops for Triple Witching Hour tomorrow. Very excited. You guys, if we open up green, don't be afraid to sell cover calls, man. Do not be afraid to sell cover calls because for the most part, when Triple Witching is upon us, right? If you start off green, we start off green nicely. And as the day goes by, it the market just dives. And I'm guessing is because people are trying to like kind of balance their sheets, right? And they're trying to kind of mitigate losses, and then they basically say, okay, so this in the last quarter, these are the laggards, right? And we're just gonna sell them right now. So go and sell them and dump them. And then we're going to take a position elsewhere here. And that's when these companies, brokerages and such, and big investment firms, they kind of they balance the sheets, right? 4 times a year. And so I wanted to also share that with you guys. All right. So a couple of people asked about Triple Witching, and I'm going to tell you. All right. Here we go. Okay. What is Triple Witching, right? What is Triple Witching and how can you trade it, right? This isn't the Forex page, by the way. I don't invest in Forex. I'm just letting you know. Do not do Forex futures and all that stuff. Please don't. Stay away. But this is just, I thought it was a good read and a good explanation. Triple Witching, when stock options and futures expiries collide, it happens 4 times a year. Learn about what Triple Witching is and how you can trade a Triple Witching in the build up to the next event. What is Triple Witching? Triple Witching is when the expiration of stock options, stock index futures, and stock index options all fall on the same day. It only happens 4 times a year on the 3rd Friday of March, June, September, and December, which can create a spike in trading volume and volatility. Sometimes Triple Witching is called Quadruple Witching as single stock options were added in 2002 and also expire on the same quarterly dates. Unlike investing, using derivatives like futures and options carry an expiry date. This has the benefit of enabling traders to speculate on what the price of an underlying market will be over the specific period. Once the expiry date arrives, any contract holders will need to buy or sell the underlying asset in question. On a Triple Witching day, nearly double the number of contracts expire than any other week, which is what creates the market movements that Triple Witching day is known for. The underlying markets will see volatility in the weeks leading up to Triple Witching, but the most active period is the final hour before the market closes on the day, known as the witching hour. This is when parties rush to close their positions, offset them, or roll them or roll them over. Even those who have only open speculative positions on the futures or options contracts will need to decide whether to close, offset, or roll over their trade at expiry. Sometimes Triple Witching events can come and go with little volatility. This is especially true after weekly and or daily expirations become available as activity became more spread out. However, it will all depend on the context in which the event happens. So it's important to look at the news and analyses in the run up to the witching day. This is what I was telling you guys, right? If we open up green, right, and we have a lot of 52-week highs, there's no doubt about that. However, do not be afraid to sell cover calls and sell cover calls to November. Okay, so that way it's easier for you to roll to December, since triple witching will happen in December. This is why when you guys are hearing me that I traded, I sold a cover call, a cash secure put, I'm going to November. I could go to December, sometimes I have, but the better for me is because I look at the premiums, right? And I look at October and November. October, say, gives me $1, and then October through November gives me $1.80. So that's 80 cents, averaging 90 cents per contract. That's $180. And then if I go to December, then it gives me 230 or 220. So instead of 90, it's giving me back 40. It makes no sense. But there's a lot more volume in December. So what I do is I go to November, right? So that if for whatever reasons, right, the cash secure put is just under or a little over and the covered call is just under or a little, I can easily roll it to December because it's triple witching hour. There's more open interest, more volume, and it's easier to move it back and forth, right? And then bring in more premium. And instead of taking 40 cents or 30 cents, I will take in 90 cents or $1. Does it make sense? So that's why. That's the reasoning behind it, how I do it. Anyways, triple witching calendar is it already happened in March, June, and September the 19th. That is tomorrow. Triple witching hour, and then December the 19th, right? Then March 20th, June 19th, September 18th, and December 18th. This is another reason why I'm telling you, when you guys roll or when you guys are opening contracts and I say, hey, go to March, open a cash secure put. Don't want to go to March, don't want to go to January, go to March, right? Because it's just got a bigger open interest. And so it's going to have more ways to come in and out. It's a lot more volume. Anyways, option expiring on triple witching. When you're the holder of a stock option or a stock index option, having bought either a call option or a put option, your decision of what to do on triple witching hour will depend on its state of moneyness. In your option, if your option is in the money, you'll likely want to exercise it or roll it. I think you should roll it. Buying or selling the underlying shares or index. Alternatively, if the stock option was out of the money at expiry, you might consider letting the contract expire worthless. In this case, you'd only incur the cost of the premium that you paid to open the position and could take a new position on the next month's expiry. Which I say to that, you're going to lose 3 days of trading if you do so. This is why I'm a big proponent of buying it back for a nickel, right? Because if you buy something back for a nickel, you've closed it. Nothing can happen after hours. No shenanigans can happen. So like if the stock for whatever reason runs a bit, right, and it's known to happen, it can happen until 5 p.m., but you can't trade from 1 to 5, East Coast. So guess what? So your shares are going to get called away, right? So anyway, so what do? You close it, and then you sell another contract, maybe for October, maybe for November, but you take advantage of these 3 days. These 3 days that you have, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday makes the 4th. So that's 4 days of premium that you can take advantage of. Anyways, when you're the seller of an option that expires on triple witching, you won't have much choice over what happens to your position. Inherently, selling options takes away your right to refuse to exchange your underlying asset expiry. So if the options holders wants to execute a trade, you will be obliged to fulfill your end of the contract. But whatever happens, you'll receive a premium. Futures expiring on triple witching. We don't want to do futures because that's not necessarily what we do. But again, this is kind of the gist of it, right? I wanted you guys to know about triple witching hour because a couple of people asked, and I just wanted to make sure that I did it justice when I was explaining what triple witching hour is, right? Anyhow, Johnny's saying, is this live? Indeed it is, Johnny. Indeed it is, my friend. Tom Cobbins says, Savage, twice in one day. Way to go, man. I'm just trying, man. I just figured I'll go in because I saw some news, right? And I just wanted it to come in and let people know about ASST jumping and to be cautious if they decide to jump in, because a couple of people have actually written me some emails and on the Discord, and I just wanted to let them know this is not for the faint of heart. This could be a very good move. It could be a very bad move. I am not condoning anybody gambling. I'm not telling anybody anybody to do anything when it comes to their portfolios. However, I can give you information, and the information is that it is a high risk, high reward type of move, and a $5 cash secure put can bring you anywhere from 330 to 350. That expires in October. That is a ridiculous amount of premium. So basically, you're risking $140 to 160, and if say the stock is 510, 520 on in October, you're gonna get your $500 back, and you get to keep the 340, 50, 60 bucks. There's nothing wrong with that at all, my friends. There's nothing wrong with that. I got like 20, 25 contracts, and I have like 1,000 shares. So I'm not advising anyone to do that whatsoever. But if you guys were to take an approach where you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to maybe try and see what this stock can offer, you can definitely do it, but do it with premium money. Don't risk your own hard-earned cash. But with premium money, so that if for whatever reasons it goes against you, it's less painful, right? And you do it through a cash secure put. Don't buy calls. Don't buy the stock. Do it through cash secure put, and see, if you make a couple of $100. Nothing wrong with that at all. Worst case scenario, you get the stock. Let's say the stock's trading around $2-3 in October. You get the stock, 100 shares. You sell it at market price. You risked 150. You sell for 200, $300. You made 50, $100. Right. Anyways, that's that. GME 25.92 looks like Max Payne is 26, and they're trying to keep it there for a reason, my friends. 26, there's a lot of open interest in 26, 27, 28. They're trying to kill those options. And I'm very curious to see October, what October has to offer, and then the last week of September, obviously, right? So just itching to see what's going to happen. Let's see here. TerraWolf is down a bit. We could wait on that. Let's see. Let it get down to the 10s, 1050, 1040, so you can sell some $10 cash secure puts out to November, bring in 150. Why not? Let's see here. Riot was doing great this morning. It was up, I think at some point like $18. It's $17.55 now. Let it come down to 16. Sell some $16 cash secure puts out to like November. Bring in, I don't know, $2. Riot is beautiful to trade and sell options on. Cover calls. It's just always good for $200-300, man. You do that's 100 shares. You do 10 of those. You bring in $1,500 a month, or every couple of months on Riot. It's a wonderful thing. And if the stock gets away from you, then it gets away from you. Oh, well, but you made money. The whole point of this is to make money, right? Open Door is $10. I guess we didn't go to 11 or 12, right? And I told you guys, there's a ridiculous amount of calls that they want to kill. The $10 and the $9. Those are the ones that they're trying to kill. So I would advise you guys to stay away from any buy rights. The 10, the 950s, the 9s. I think there's like 18,000 $10 calls. There's like 5,000 1050s. There's like 23,000 950s. There's like 116,000 $9 puts of open interest in on open. It's fucking insane. Yeah, guys, they're gonna knock it under 9 tomorrow. So tomorrow, if open goes up below 9, I think it's a great time to use perhaps cash secure put. To 8s. Do some $8 cash secure puts out to November. Try to bring in a couple of dollars. 210, 225. Yeah, get paid to buy the stock. Worst case scenario, you buy it at $6, right? You've been looking to get into it. I don't think that's a terrible entry point. The stock's probably going to go back up to 10 after that, maybe 10, 11, 12. I see it going to 20, in some scenarios. But when, right? Like, I don't have my crystal ball. Be patient. But don't chase it. Don't chase it. Um, let's see here. QSI was up like 30% today. It's kind of settling a little bit. Uh, there's talks that they may do something with Nvidia. So the stock was like a dollar 10 when I was talking about it openly here. Um, and I've been just accumulating shares. Um, look for a quantum to go back to like 130. If it goes down to like 130, 125, not a bad time to take some take a position. Don't go crazy. 100 shares here, 100 shares there. Doesn't hurt. Put them in your back pocket, and then see how it reacts, right? Because if they do in fact end up inking something with Nvidia, this stock is going to $10 a share. So it's just a matter of time, right? Um, so let's see here. Yeah, ASST is up 25% now after hours, guys. Almost up $1, just like that. Let's see here. Doop, 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 doop. Look at Webull. Webull is trying to recover. Trying to recover. I think they're trying to keep it under 13 for triple witching. Maybe even under 1250. If they do that, don't be scared to do some $15 cash secure puts out to like next year, guys, on Webull. Um, some $15 cash secure puts, July 2026, bring you in $5.15. That's 33% that you get for like 9 months, right? Not terrible, man. Maybe 10 months, 11 months. Not a terrible deal. You're basically bringing in 33% for your troubles. I don't see anything wrong with that. Those are going worthless because Weeble's probably going to $20 by next year for sure. Well, nothing is for sure, but very likely. And those 515s. I mean, if it goes down tomorrow and you get 530, 525 for them, I mean that's a great right. Don't be scared to go through cash secure puts on Weeble, guys. Um, UiPath is up nicely today. I've been telling you guys about UiPath. What it was 10 is 12.19 now. PATH is the ticker. Figma's up 7% today. I took a position with Figma on the $55 cash secure puts, and I'm happy that I did so. I am going to hold until December and see what happens. Um, let's see here. QBTS is coming back down to earth, which is great because I like to get more. It was up 9%, 10% today. It's up closer to 5% now. But look, D-Wave Quantum, which is QBTS, is a really good company. Put it on your watch list. If it goes down to like $18, $17 again, it may. We never know. If it goes down to 2019, I should definitely do some cash secure puts, maybe some 20s out to like January, right? And get paid to buy the stock. It's a good stock, and it's gonna stay here for a while. Not $20 through cash secure put. Not a bad way to start a position on it. Um, Ion Q is coming back down to reality. It's still $66, a long way from $15 when I was talking about it a few months ago. Bullish is shot up. Bullish shot. My $55 cash secure puts are they're out of the money for sure. So it is what it is. I love it. This is why we go through cash secure puts on red days because just like it went down 15-20% in one day, it can go back up 15-20% another day. You go through cash secure put and you bring in 30-40% in a week instead of 6 months, 4 months, 3 months. And then you get out, take money off the table, move that money elsewhere. Free $300, $200. Nothing wrong with that at all, my friends. All right. Anyways, guys, I gotta get going. My daughter has soccer practice in the next hour, so I need to get dressed. I need to brush my teeth, and I need to get stuff ready. So I need to go and tell my 7-year-old he's got homework to do, so I gotta do homework, get dressed, get stuff ready, and then go to soccer practice with my daughter. So tomorrow I'm here at 8:30 a.m. So like in what 12 hours, 16 hours. In 16 hours, I will be seeing you guys again. All right. Tom Kaufman saying savage twice a day. Dipped my toes last month on RXRX. Have 4 covered calls expiring January at 750. Strike got 55 cents. Forum not bad for a small position, but admittedly I should have looked at the premiums more. I would have gone to cash your puts, my friend, not covered calls. But either way, hey, look, as long as you're making money, Austin, that's what matters. Guys, thank you for watching. I'm the Savage of Wall Street. You guys stay vigilant. Keep your eyes on this stock market. Give them nothing. Give them nothing, but take everything. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. California time. Until then, peace. Have a great evening, you knuckleheads. So, my fellow simpletons and degenerates, peace.